Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I realized after uploading for the past couple of months that I've never actually introduced myself to all of you guys in any of those videos, so I thought now would be a pretty good time to do that. So what I thought I would do today is do a little get ready with me / get to know me using some products that are new to me or that I've recently purchased, and that way you guys get to know me a little bit better. So as you can probably tell, I have my base done, and then the things that I'm gonna be using today are, like I said, just items that I picked up recently. Most of them I would say are kind of my like Black Friday purchases. A couple of them are also brands that I haven't tried out before. One in particular, which I feel like is gonna be the highlight of this video, and also talking a little bit more about myself, so stay tuned. So let's start off with the most important thing. My name is Leila. I live on the West Coast, California specifically. So I should start putting on some of this makeup while I'm talking, huh? All right, so I guess I'll just go through showing you guys some of the stuff that we're gonna be trying on today while talking a little bit more about myself. One of the highlights of this video is going to be a new eyeshadow palette that I recently picked up, and this is the NABLA Secret palette. It's this guy right here, and I thought the color story was just gorgeous. As you can see, those are the colors. You get a mix of mattes and shimmers, and I believe I saw some duochromes in here, maybe not. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna be doing with this palette yet, so it's not really gonna be a tutorial as much as me just, you know, putting on my makeup while chatting you guys as if you were here with me. So to start with that eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna be using some of my eyeshadow brushes that I always use, plus a couple new ones that I picked up from Real Technique. So they're these guys right here. I purchased these during Ulta's Cyber Monday week, and these are the Insta Pop Eye Duo for shadow, which is this guy right here, and then the eye shade and blend for shadow right here. I'll add prices and stuff either in the description bar or somewhere in this video if you guys are interested. I did buy them on sale, so it's likely the prices are a little bit different. I'm just gonna put what the most current price is in the description bar or here in the video, so that way you guys know kind of what you're looking at. I've never done one of these get ready with me kind of videos, so I hope it's not gonna be too long of a video, and I also hope you guys enjoy it. Talking about the Real Technique brushes, I haven't really used much of Real Technique's eye brushes. I believe I have one brush that I've used, which I can't find right now. I think it's more of like a shorter like shader brush that I use, but I've never tried out their blending brushes. So I'm going to be using these with a mix of my own brushes. Well, my kind of interest or obsession with makeup and beauty products in general, I think started, let's see, when I can remember. I was really young, maybe like 3rd or 4th grade, but it really started with artificial nails, like your glue-on nails at the time, and I used to love having my glue-on nails done. It was one of my favorite things. Every time we would go to like Walmart or whatever, or Big Lots, if you're familiar. I think they were called McFrugals back in the day. So if you know what McFrugals is, then I'm probably aging myself a little bit. Would love getting my nails done. Well, doing them myself in a sense. And it's funny because my dad hated it. I must have been like, what, 8, 9 years old at the time, something like that. And whenever I would, or most of the time when I would do my nails, or he would notice that I had them glued on, when we would help my mom in the kitchen, guess who would be the one assigned to peeling the garlic? Me. So lovely for that. So that's kind of where my session kind of started. It went from there into nail polishes. I had a huge nail polish collection when I was little, despite the fact that I used to bite my nails, so I didn't really have much to paint at all. Luckily, since then I have kicked that habit, thank goodness. From there, I think, you know, makeup became my kind of artistic outlet. I did always used to love having like crayons and markers and what are those called? The like oil, what are they called? Those like little oil paints, not oil paints. I can't remember what the things are called right now. Anyway, like coloring supplies. I used to always love to have those, but I can't draw to save my life. Like, well, maybe to save my life I probably could, but I am not great at drawing. Don't have the best handwriting, so that really, you know, wasn't my artistic calling, I guess you could say. But with makeup, I feel like that over the years, I found that's where my artistic creativity comes out. And my mom did wear makeup growing up. My mom didn't wear like a lot of makeup by any means, but she like always did like her eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, you know, and perfume. Perfume was a big thing in our house. I can't even remember a time not wearing perfume from when I was little. So, you know, my mom used to have the Liz Claiborne perfume that comes like in a diamond shape, and I think it came in like red, yellow, and blue. So if you guys remember that from your childhood or from your parents, you know, then again, I'm aging myself a little bit. So I bought my first makeup, like real big girl makeup set. I want to say I was maybe 9, 10, maybe 10. And I remember it so clearly. It was a like makeup set from Sears. It was this green makeup bag that was about like yay big, and it zipped up, and it had like a plastic thing of like blush and a bronzer, I think it was, eyeshadows, and then it had bags with like the tools. And I loved that thing. By the way, this eyeshadow is blending out beautifully. I'm using the shade, it's called Contigo. It's pink mauve shade right here, and I'm really liking the way it's blending out. It's not skipping, it's not tugging, it's just looking really nice. Yeah, so that was my first like big girl makeup set that I bought on my own, I guess you could say, and I loved the heck out of that thing. Mind you, we weren't really allowed to wear makeup. I mean, you know, at that time, this is like in the early 90s, you know, kids, little girls weren't wearing makeup at that time, you know, so it was, like I said, that was kind of like my artistic creative outlet for me, and it just kind of went from there, and then it progressed into we moved overseas, and out there you're able to get like really cheap makeup, cheap in quality and also cheap in price, so I was able to experiment a little bit more. So I don't think I have any pictures from my makeup back then, but but yeah, it just kind of went from there. Another makeup highlight I would say for me is eyeliner. Eyeliner was probably my first love before eyeshadow, and this, I remember it like back in like 7th and 8th grade. I had I think my mom used to use this Wet n Wild pencil liner that was in this really nice like navy aqua blue, and back in those days everybody would wear that color on their waterline, so let me know in the comments if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I just loved that color. I felt like it made the whites of my eyes so much brighter, and I just loved wearing it. And that was maybe like 8th grade or so. And I think at the time, you know, back then in like the 90s, there wasn't a lot of options of makeup. You know, you had a lot of the drugstore brands like Wet n Wild, and what was the other one, NYC and Alame at the time, you know, but we didn't have as much variety as we had now. I'm using one of the Real Techniques brush, which looks like Deluxe Crease brush, but I'm just using it to blend out. And then we had all the like expensive makeup like Clinique and Lancome and at that time, and my mom did use those. Oh yeah, I do remember also my mom, maybe when I was like 14, 15, gave me like a makeup bag full of like Clinique products, and I can remember the smell. Oh my gosh, the smell is like so nostalgic to me, of that like old makeup smell. She definitely contributed to my love for makeup. So my love for makeup has just kind of progressed over the years, and got to a point where I think I was collecting more makeup than I was actually using. Since then I've been really big on like eyeshadow palettes, and I still remember the first like high-end name brand eyeshadow palette I ever bought was an Urban Decay palette that I bought on a flight, like the duty free from the Middle East to London, I think it was, or maybe it was coming back to the States, and I still have that palette. Like, I don't care how long it's been. It's probably over 10 years old right now, but there's no way in hell I am ever getting rid of that palette. I loved it so much. Actually, let me pull it out and show it to you guys. This is the Urban Decay palette. I don't even know what it's called, but it's bamboo or wood on the outside, and to open it, it just kind of rolls up and you have all the shades. Looking at the palette, I think you could probably guess which shades were my favorite, or are my favorite in this palette, because there's a pretty significant dent in them. The YDK, Half Bake, and I think my most favorite was Grifter. I don't know if you guys can see that dent in there. I've always really loved purple eyeshadow. A lot of these shades, like the Half Baked, they still make YDK. I think most of these shades are still available in the Urban Decay line. So yeah, my very first high-end palette. So long story short, I'm obsessed with makeup and I kind of started playing with the idea of starting a YouTube channel, I would say maybe two years ago or so. My friends and my sister really encouraged me to say, hey, you could do that, you know, would you consider like doing a YouTube channel? And at the time I was like, nah, no, I'm camera shy, I would say. And the fact of like posting something online for everybody or strangers to see just kind of terrified me. But like in terms of the name change and stuff like that, Glitz by Day, that came about, I want to say maybe a year and a half ago. And I started my Instagram page, which I will leave it somewhere here. Go follow me. Same name, Glitz by Day. And I kind of started with the Instagram page first to get my feet wet and start to feel a little bit comfortable, until I decided to upload my first video back in August of this year with the Raw Beauty Christie and Pure palette. That was my first video that I uploaded, which is on my channel, and it's my first video and I didn't really know what I was doing. I think I've improved since then, and I still have much more room for improvement. So yeah, I had a lot of encouragement from my sister and a couple friends and my fiance about, you know, just go for it, you know, and see how you do. And here we are now. Speaking of, I am engaged and hopefully getting married 2021. Looking forward to 2021 for my wedding. What I went ahead and did is I added a little bit of the color Gilby, I think it's called, this shade right here in the crease to kind of deepen it up a little bit. And again, this is blending out beautifully, guys. Like literally no patchiness, no tugging so far. So good. And I just went in, I didn't really have a plan as to what I'm really doing with this palette. I'm just going in. Don't really know what else you guys would want to know. Maybe I should have put a poll on Instagram and asked you guys, what do you guys want to know to put in this video? But I really wanted to try out these products and sit down, chit chat with you guys. There's also a lot of YouTubers that I've pulled inspiration from in terms of how they run their channel and how they do their YouTube videos, tutorials, reviews, and whatnot that I really love. One of the first YouTubers that I would say I started watching consistently, her name is Dulce Candy. I believe she's still doing YouTube videos. I think it's more like lifestyle videos now than it is makeup. I haven't watched any of her videos in a while. So she was one of the first. And then the second person that I can remember, like that I started watching actively and actually still watch, is Kathleen Lights. And Kathleen Lights is just so adorable. I really love her and enjoy watching her videos. I think she's so fun. She's so relatable, and she's one of the beauty YouTubers that I've been watching the longest. I want to say out of the ones that I still watch, I think she is the one that I've been watching the longest, probably since like 2012, 2011, something like that. I'm now going into the shade Mia Culpa, which is this brown right here, and going on the outer corner of my eye to deepen it up. I really love Kathleen Lights, and like I said, she is the oldest beauty YouTuber that I watch. Some of my favorite beauty YouTubers that I watch regularly these days is Raw Beauty Christie. Tati Westbrook is also one of my favorites. Don't come for me for saying that. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and despite whatever, you know, dramas going on, whatnot, I really enjoyed her videos. Oh, Allie Glines, I also love her. Again, really relatable, really sweet. She does really nice job on incorporating luxury and drugstore products on her page, like a pretty balanced amount of both, so you don't necessarily have to spend a crap ton of money to achieve a beautiful look. She's another one that I watch regularly. Also watch Yari G, Brett, what's his name? Brett Guy Glam. They do a lot of like BoxyCharm unboxing, and Manny MUA I watch regularly. I think he's hilarious. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who else I watch regularly. Leah Janae. So watch Jackie Aina, she's hilarious. Alyssa Ashley, Hiram, which does skincare, hilarious, love him as well. Yeah, those are just, you know, kind of the ones that I watch more regularly. They're the ones that I kind of take inspiration from. Specifically, like I mentioned, Kathleen Light, Raw Beauty Christie, and Tati, and Jackie Aina, I would say were the ones that I take most inspiration from. It helped motivate me into thinking that yes, I could probably do this, starting off small and just kind of seeing where it goes. And so far, so good. In terms of learning how to do makeup, I've never been in a class or I never went to beauty school. I'm pretty much self-taught via YouTube and via just doing it on my own. I mentioned a while ago that we lived overseas for a time, and over there was, at the time, we had no internet at home. We lived overseas. When I say me, it's my mom and my 3 sisters and myself. We lived overseas for, well, I did for 7 years. And during that time, I really had limited access to the internet. So I didn't really have, you know, resources. I just kind of did makeup the way we could figure it out. And then coming back, I always just kind of played around with it and did what I thought looked nice. So it was really helpful when YouTube came around and I could see other ways of doing it and really get to practice my, you know, my wing. And I think with time, I've gotten better. I wouldn't say I'm the greatest at makeup, but I think I'm pretty decent. I mean, I love playing around with it. When I was in college, I would, you know, before going to bed, I would just, you know, practice doing a full face of makeup and just see how it goes and then wash it off before going to bed. Like before having to do my skincare for the night, I would practice doing a full face and then you know, if it turned out bad, then okay, well, I was gonna wash my face off anyway. So I did used to practice a lot when I was in college. I don't practice as much as I would like now just because I don't have as much time as I did back then, and also I can't be staying up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning anymore. And I do have a full-time job, so Monday through Friday, like I'm spending so much time on this eye look. So what I went ahead and did is I just kind of blended it out. So far we've used Contigo, Chilby, and Mia Culpa from this palette. What are we gonna do on the lid? I'm kind of really vibing with this color right here, aesthetic. Or if I want to do something with a little more pop, hyper sensual right here. Let me swatch them and see what we get. That's hyper sensual, and then aesthetic. It's more like a taupey gray, or maybe Romeo. Is that too rosy? So that's Romeo right there, and this one is Romeo, the one furthest here. I think I'm gonna do aesthetic. I want to go for a bit more of a toned down vibe today. I'm not going like full on. So let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, so I went in with the aesthetic and I tried it out with this Real Techniques Instapop shade brush, which is kind of got this interesting shape to it. If you guys can see. So I went in with that, just kind of patted it and swiped it on, and then I went back in with my finger. Just it's not giving me as much oomph as I wanted, even though I said I'm going for a subtle look. So let's go ahead and try some of that hyper sensual, just like patting it on top, right in the middle. And just FYI guys, I didn't necessarily put any eyeshadow primer today. I just kind of, whatever I was blending out with my concealer when I was doing it, I just went up on my eyelids with it. So, okay, yeah, I like it like that with the hyper sensual on top. I'm going to be using this Eco Tools brush that's just also new. Just kind of dust a little bit under my eyes. Not much fallout aside from the shimmer, which I think was the hyper sensual. So I like how it looks with the eye. I'm gonna be using to line, another new product to me is the Rare Beauty eyeliner, which I bought during the Sephora VIV sale. And still haven't had the chance to use. I'm a little nervous about using it. I haven't done wing eyeliner in a long time, where winged eyeliner used to be actually one of my signature looks. I used to never leave the house without my cat eye or my wing. It was kind of what I was known for amongst my friends. So let's see how this goes. Brush tip is interesting. It's not like one I've seen before, and I'm just gonna try it here on my hand. Pretty good, right there. One of my really good friends also bought this during the Sephora VIB sale, and she told me, just FYI, there's a specific way that she found to store it, and I don't remember if she said long ways or standing ups. Author, if you're watching this, comment below or text me because I don't remember what way you said to store it. So let's go in. I've never done my eyeliner on camera, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I might not include this in the video depending on how it turns out, but yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Not the best wing I've ever done, but I felt like it started turning into that meme that when you're like doing your eyeliner and start off with thin line, then it gets bigger, and all of a sudden you have panda eyes. I felt like it was going down that route. So let me do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, got it. They're not even, I know that, but that's okay. They're gonna be sisters and not twins today. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now with the eyes. I wanted to go on onto some of the other new products that I got. I have two different highlighters and a blush that I'm gonna use, and one of them is gonna be the CoverFx Monochromatic Blush Duo, which I did a video on a while back, and I haven't gotten the chance to use it since then. So these are the shades. It's got a matte and a shimmer. I'm gonna go into the matte color, which we'll see how it goes with this eye look, because I feel like this eye look is a little bit more mauvey, but I really want to try this out. I generally like to do my highlight before I do my blush. I don't know why, I just feel like it looks nicer, but that's okay. Go ahead. That's a really pretty peach color. What do you guys think? I really like it. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm really glad I finally filmed this video. I realized, like I said in the beginning, I realized that, you know, I've been posting for 2-3 months or whatnot and never even introduced myself or told you guys what my name is. So I was like, well, that's odd. I should probably do that. So getting in these new products, I figured was a good opportunity to introduce myself and also showcase some of these new products instead of doing like an individual video with all of them. Really like this blush, by the way. And next I've got two different highlights that I purchased recently. I have the Elcie Cosmetics Skin Reflector in Golden Haze, which looks like this. So pretty. And then also the NABLA Skin Glazing highlighter in the shade Privilege. And I think I'm gonna go into the Elcie on one side and then the NABLA on the other side, and then I'll just kind of mix and match. So with the Elcie, I'm just kind of dabbing in the half that's on the light side because it goes gradually into a deeper shade. And I'm gonna go at the high points of my cheek. Oh, wow. I don't know if that's coming off on camera, but that is really pretty. And I do have another highlight from Elcie that I really love, but I think I like this one more. Oh wow, I'm so glad I waited to try this on camera. FYI, I haven't tried these products that I'm using before so far. Kind of like a first impression that you guys are seeing. That's super pretty. Okay, darn. I kind of want to use it on the other side, but I do also want to try out the NABLA. So what I'm going to do is use the same brush, just the other side, and go in with the NABLA. So, okay, so this highlighter has more of a pink undertone. So this is gold and this is pink. Well, this is also really pretty, guys. Really pretty. I think this goes well with the blush. I'm going to have to even this out somehow. Okay, you guys tell me, which one do you like better? This is the Elcie Cosmetics. And this is the NABLA. So NABLA has more of a pink undertone, and Elcie, it's called Golden Haze, so it has more of a golden undertone. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below, let me know. Oh, guys, so far all of these products have been a hit so far. We haven't gotten a miss yet, so I'm really excited. So the next thing I guess we can try is going to be also from Elcie, and this is their Lashful mascara. This one I have used. It is a new product to me. I ordered this, I believe, during the Black Friday sale as well, so I've used it a couple times. I will say, if you don't like clumpier mascaras, and I don't mean that in a bad way, if you don't like those type of mascaras, so if you go for more like lengthening mascaras versus volumizing, you might not like this. So I'm gonna just go in at the base, and I want to say this mascara has fibers in it. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say I do remember it having fibers, and you can see how it's thickening my lashes. There we go. I'm going to go back into the NABLA palette, and I'm going to take the brush that I used to do the Mea Culpa, like that darker brown color on the outer corner. I'm just going to take whatever's left on it and go under my lash line. Get a little bit of color there, and I don't usually go too heavy with the color on my lower lash line, so, you know, just giving me a little soft shadow, I would say. Okay, moving along, in the next new product that I have are new to me, not necessarily a new launch, and these are the Juvia's Place lipsticks and also the lip liners. I posted about these on my Instagram, so again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do so. And these are from their nudes collection. I got the shade Libra and the shade Me. These are both from the Peach Nudes line. And then I also got 2 of the lip liners. I got one in the shade Sweet Nothing and also Scorpio. So these are the 2 shades. The liner, I think I'm going to go in with Sweet Nothing. It's the lighter of the 2. Scorpio, I think, is too dark. And I have used the Sweet Nothings before, which I do like. Okay, so don't mind the tip. I smashed it when I was putting the cap back on, but it's a lighter brown color. So it's that right there, if you can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and line. Okay, so that's the lip liner. As you can see, it's pretty nude. I would say it's more of like a cool tone, which is weird because in the swatch, it looks more warmer tone, but on, I would say it's a bit cooler toned. And in terms of the lipsticks, let's see, so that's Me, and that's Libra. So you can see they're both from the peach tone category. I'm gonna try Me first, and then if we'll see how we feel, and then maybe we'll add Libra. Okay, these are really creamy, really soft. They feel really like plush on the lip. I didn't need to really like go in hard. I think it's really one swipe and done. I like the shade with the eyes. What do you guys think? It's glam, but like not too much in your face. I really like the way it's looking. All right, guys, so that is all of the new products that I wanted to play with today and share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed sitting down with me and getting to know me a little bit better. Like I said earlier, I think all of them are a win. None of these really are a flop. I think the one that impressed me the most that I wasn't really expecting is the Elcie skin reflector. This is gorgeous. I mean, just look at that highlight. I really hope it's coming off on camera. I did add some of the NABLA highlighter on top, but still, this guy, I would say definitely the top of the video. And then the second item, I really loved the eyeshadow palette. Actually, let's go in and use another color to do the inner corner highlight. Why do I always forget to do my inner corner highlight? And for that, I'm going to use the shade Promise, which is this like champagne color down here. I like that. Okay, so let's recap. I used 7 shades out of the 15. So we used about half the palette. I'm really impressed with this palette. It's my first time trying NABLA Cosmetics eyeshadow and also the highlighter, and I am really impressed. If you haven't checked it out, I'm going to leave links to stuff below, so feel free to click on those links and check them out. None of them are affiliated, so don't worry about that. So thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate you spending some time out of your day with me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it, trying to grow my channel. Leave me a comment below letting me know what your first high-end makeup purchase was. Is it still your favorite? Is it still in your collection? Or if you've tried any of the products that we talked about today and what your thoughts are. And if you have any recommendations on products that you really love that you feel like not enough people are talking about, also leave that in a comment in the comments below. I'd love to maybe try those out. And all right, guys, so until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.